to Louisiana Republican Senator David Vitter, who's still trying to figure all of that out and much more. Senator, I don't know if she comported herself well, but I was not encouraged. Were you?
No, a lot of promises, but nothing's changed in terms of reality. And I think, Neil, you hit the nail on the head when you have leading Democratic senators like Max Baucus really going after her. This is serious, and they should be taken seriously because this rollout and this product is an absolute bust.
All right. Has any of your colleagues gone so far as to say, particularly among the Democratic ones, all right, you're the reason, Secretary, you've got to go?
Several Republicans, including me, have said that. I don't think any Democrats have said that. But you are seeing some chinks in the armor among Democratic members, particularly those up for re-election. For instance, Mary Landrieu in my state, she's making this big push, oh, if you like your health plan, you get to keep it. Well, a little too late. She was a deciding vote for Obamacare, which absolutely did away with that principle, even though the president promised it. Do
you think that this thing, at least as we know it, Senator, it's dead? I mean, this law, between the sloppy rollout, the prohibited prices for folks, a lot of folks who are switching, that it's just not ready for prime time and they're going to start over? Or are Democrats fighting that tooth and nail, afraid to give in on this for fear that the whole law goes kablooey?
Well, Neil, I would certainly not say it is clear that it's either dead or up for major revisions. There's a lot of rhetoric, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of promises, but so far there are no major changes to the law, and so far the left is still dug in over it. So I don't think we can declare that sort of victory now at all, but this law certainly, based on the rollout, is in deep trouble.
All right, now the reality is, as you've pointed out, and before many I might add, that many folks are paying more. About 4 million fewer Americans have coverage than when the law first became the law.
Right.
So it's not insuring more, it's insuring fewer. Right. And now reports out just yesterday, continuing into today, the tens of millions of Americans on corporate plans of their own might be jettisoned or placed into private or public exchanges a year from now. That does not sound like a law that's sort of picking up steam or helping people more.
Oh, no, it's going from bad to worse so far. For instance, in Louisiana, over 90,000 people losing the plans they had that they want to keep. They're getting those cancellation notices now. So this is an absolute disaster. And to rub salt in the wound, while that's happening in America, Washington gets an exemption, a fight I'm very involved in. That's outrageous, and that's just rubbing salt in the wound.
Do you think that, looking in retrospect, that the whole shutdown, the debt crisis, everything else, was a waste of time if it turned out that it robbed people of time just to look at how bad this law was, which was the underpinnings of those debates, and that at least in Virginia, it cost the Republican candidate what could have been a doable pickup there?
Yeah, Neil, who knows? You know, the concern from me and a lot of folks was that if we allowed this to be implemented, if we didn't do something by October 1st, it would start to grow roots. And there are not many entitlement programs that are implemented that are then uprooted and thrown out. In fact, I think the number is 0. So that was the, I think, legitimate concern. But certainly this could be the exception of the rule. I hope it is. Certainly these problems with the rollout are enormous.
Senator Vitter, thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Neil.